Introduction. In the quaint town of Glenwood, nestled amidst rolling hills and whispered legends, lies a cemetery that seems to breathe with the souls of the departed. Sarah, a young journalist with an insatiable thirst for unraveling mysteries, finds herself inexplicably drawn to this place of whispers and shadows. Accompanied by James, a seasoned photographer whose lens captures not just images, but the very essence of stories, they embark on a journey that will blur the lines between the living and the dead. The setting. Glenwood Cemetery is a tapestry of forgotten stories, where weathered tombstones stand sentinel over secrets buried deep within the earth. Ivy snakes its way around crumbling headstones, and the wind carries echoes of past sorrows. It's a place where time seems to stand still, each step echoing with the weight of history. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves, and the distant cry of a lone crow sends shivers down Sarah's spine. As they venture further into the heart of the cemetery, the shadows seem to grow darker, as if hiding secrets too terrible to be revealed. The characters. Sarah is driven by a curiosity that borders on obsession, her mind a labyrinth of unanswered questions. She's always been drawn to the macabre, finding solace in the darkness that others fear. Her fascination with death stems from a childhood spent exploring abandoned buildings and forgotten graveyards, searching for clues to the mysteries of the past. James, a steadfast companion, is a skeptic at heart, his camera lends a shield against the unknown. He's seen his fair share of strange occurrences, but he's always managed to find a rational explanation. Together, they navigate the murky waters of the supernatural, their bond tested by the eerie encounters that lie ahead. The encounter. It begins on a misty morning, the cemetery bathed in an ethereal glow as Sarah and James step through its wrought iron gates. Armed with cameras and determination, they set out to capture the essence of this place that seems to exist outside of time. The fog clings to their skin like a shroud, enveloping them in a cloak of uncertainty. As they wander among the graves, the air grows thick with anticipation, and Sarah's skin prickles with a sense of foreboding. Each tombstone tells a story, its words whispered on the wind like a siren song, drawing them ever deeper into the labyrinth of the dead. Their attention is drawn to a lone tombstone, its surface marred by time and neglect. Sarah's fingers trace the faded inscription, her mind ablaze with questions. Who was this person? And what secrets did they take to the grave? James captures the moment on film, his lens revealing more than meets the eye. The air around them seems to crackle with energy, and Sarah can't shake the feeling that they're being watched. Shadows dance at the corner of her vision, and she struggles to distinguish between reality and illusion. Suddenly, a chill sweeps through the air, sending shivers down Sarah's spine. She turns to James, her eyes wide with fear, but he offers no solace, his gaze fixed on something beyond her sight. A voice whispers on the wind, unintelligible yet unmistakably sinister, and Sarah's heart pounds in her chest. She clutches James' arm, her breath coming in ragged gasps as they stand frozen in terror. The world around them seems to blur and distort, as if the very fabric of reality is unraveling before their eyes. As darkness falls, the cemetery comes alive with unseen forces, its shadows twisting and shifting like phantoms in the night. Sarah and James stumble through the maze of graves, their only hope of escape the distant glow of the moon. But as they reach the safety of the gates, they realize that they have become pawns in a game much larger than themselves. The world outside the cemetery seems distant and unreal, as if they've stepped into another dimension altogether. They exchange a silent glance, their minds reeling with the impossibility of what they've witnessed. Conclusion. In the days that follow, Sarah and James find themselves haunted by memories of their encounter in the cemetery. They pore over their photographs, searching for clues that might explain the inexplicable. Yet, the truth remains elusive, a tantalizing mirage just beyond their grasp. Was it a trick of the light, or something more sinister that lurked within the shadows of Glenwood Cemetery? Sarah may never know for sure, but one thing is certain. Some mysteries are best left undisturbed, lest they awaken forces beyond our understanding. And as she gazes out at the moonlit graveyard, she can't help but wonder what other secrets lie buried beneath its silent stones. In the muted luminescence of the moon, the cemetery sprawled like a slumbering behemoth, its ancient tombstones casting elongated shadows upon the dampened earth. A pervasive stillness hung heavy in the air, disturbed only by the occasional rustle of leaves or the distant hoot of an owl. It was the kind of night that seemed to beckon forth secrets from the very depths of the earth, a night ripe with the promise of the unknown. Sarah, a young journalist possessed by an insatiable curiosity for the enigmatic, found herself inexplicably drawn to this hauntingly tranquil sanctuary. Cemeteries, with their solemn beauty and air of mystery, had always held a peculiar fascination for her. But tonight, as she stepped foot within the confines of this particular burial ground, she sensed an eerie undercurrent, a whisper of something sinister lurking beneath the surface. Undeterred by the unsettling atmosphere, Sarah pressed forward, her flashlight slicing through the enveloping darkness like a beacon of defiance. With each step, she felt the weight of the night bearing down upon her, an intangible force that seemed to press in from all sides. Yet, fueled by an unrelenting determination, she pushed onward, her heart thrumming with a mixture of trepidation and excitement. Rumors swirled around this cemetery like specters in the mist, tales of restless spirits and vengeful ghosts haunting its hallowed grounds. Sarah had always been skeptical of such superstitions, dismissing them as the fanciful imaginings of those prone to flights of fancy. And yet, as she wandered deeper into the labyrinth of headstones and mausoleums, she couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to these whispers than met the eye. It was amidst this eerie landscape that Sarah stumbled upon an ancient mausoleum, its weathered stone facade standing sentinel against the passage of time. Intrigued, she approached cautiously, her senses attuned to every creak and groan of the aging structure. With trembling hands, she pushed open the heavy iron door, the sound reverberating through the stillness like a thunderclap in the night. Inside, the air was thick with the musty scent of decay, and Sarah's flashlight revealed row upon row of empty sarcophagi, their occupants long since departed from this world. But as she ventured further into the depths of the mausoleum, she heard it, a faint whispering, like the echo of long-forgotten voices carried on the wind. Goosebumps prickled along her skin as she followed the sound, her pulse quickening with each passing moment. The whispers grew louder, filling the chamber with an eerie symphony of sound that seemed to reverberate off the cold stone walls. And then, without warning, Sarah felt a cold hand close around her throat, its icy grip squeezing the very life from her lungs. Panic surged through her as she struggled against the unseen assailant, her mind reeling with fear and confusion. But no matter how hard she fought, it was as though she was battling against a force beyond comprehension, a malevolent presence that defied explanation. As her vision began to dim and her struggles grew weaker, Sarah felt herself being dragged across the stone floor, the sound of scraping echoing in her ears like the tolling of a funeral bell. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the pressure around her throat released, and she gasped for air, her chest heaving with the effort. Trembling and disoriented, she stumbled out of the mausoleum, her mind awash with a maelstrom of emotions. But she was not alone. Standing in the shadows, a spectral figure loomed before her, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. Terror seized Sarah's heart as she recoiled from the apparition, a breath catching in her throat. "Who are you?" she whispered, her voice trembling with fear. The figure said nothing, its gaze boring into her with an intensity that sent shivers down her spine. And then, with a haunting smile, it vanished into the darkness, leaving Sarah alone with the chilling realization that some mysteries were not meant to be solved. In the days that followed, Sarah found herself haunted by the memory of her ordeal, the events of that fateful night replaying in her mind like a recurring nightmare. Try as she might to rationalize what had happened, she could find no explanation for the inexplicable. And as she lay awake at night, tormented by visions of those empty eyes staring back at her from the darkness, she couldn't help but wonder what other secrets lay buried within the silent halls of the cemetery. Title: Echoes of Eternity. Unveiling the Enigma of Whispering Shadows. Introduction. Cemeteries, draped in the solemn shroud of eternity, stand as timeless bastions, guarding the secrets of the departed and the enigmas of the ages. Within their sacred precincts, tales both forgotten and remembered echo through the ages like whispers on the wind, beckoning those with courage and curiosity to delve into the depths of the unknown. It was amidst this solemn grandeur that I found myself embarking on a journey that transcended the realms of the mundane, drawn by the allure of mysteries waiting to be unearthed. What began as a mere exploration evolved into an odyssey that blurred the boundaries between reality and the inexplicable, revealing truths that defied comprehension and casting the night in an aura of eerie fascination and chilling intrigue. Embarking into the unknown. The crisp embrace of an autumn evening enveloped me as an unexpected call from a friend broke the silence. His voice tinged with excitement as he extended an invitation to join him on a nocturnal expedition to a local cemetery steeped in whispers of untold secrets. Intrigued by the promise of unearthed mysteries and the thrill of the unknown, I accepted without hesitation, unaware of the chilling odyssey that awaited us beneath the cloak of darkness and the veiled secrets that lay dormant in the shadows. As we ventured into the cemetery's embrace under the shroud of night, an otherworldly aura permeated the atmosphere, suffusing the air with a palpable sense of anticipation and trepidation. The moon, a spectral sentinel, cast its ethereal light upon the weathered tombstones, painting the landscape in hues of silver and shadow. The silence of the graveyard was profound, broken only by the soft rustle of leaves in the breeze and the distant hoot of an owl, its mournful cry echoing through the night like an ancient lament. Confrontation with the unfathomable. Our exploration led us deeper into the heart of the cemetery, where time seemed to lose its meaning amidst the silent vigil of the gravestones. Amidst the desolation, we stumbled upon a solitary gravesite, its marker worn and weathered by the ravages of time, bearing only faded remnants of an inscription long forgotten. Intrigued by this enigmatic anomaly, we resolved to delve deeper into the mystery, heedless of the horrors that awaited us beneath the surface and the shadows that lurked in the depths of the earth. As we approached the unmarked grave, a chill wind swept through the air, carrying with it the faint whispers of disembodied voices from the depths below. With trembling hands and pounding hearts, we began to unearth the soil, each shovelful revealing more of the hidden chamber concealed beneath the earth's embrace. The scent of damp earth mingled with the musty aroma of decay, filling the air with an oppressive weight that seemed to constrict our very souls in its suffocating grasp. Within the confines of the chamber lay a trove of artifacts steeped in the mists of time, faded daguerreotypes frozen in moments of forgotten history, yellowed letters bearing the stains of tears shed long ago, and tattered newspaper clippings whose headlines spoke of tragedies lost to the annals of memory. Yet, amidst the relics of the past, one item stood out amidst the darkness. A weathered journal, its pages brittle with age, chronicling the tragic demise of a young woman whose fate mirrored our own unfolding narrative. As we perused the journal's pages, a sense of foreboding settled upon us, for the events recounted within its bindings bore a haunting resemblance to our own experiences. The young woman's tale spoke of spectral apparitions that prowled the cemetery grounds under the cloak of night, whispering shadows that danced in the moonlight, and a pervasive sense of dread that clung to her like a shroud. Her words echoed through the chamber, each syllable imbued with a chilling resonance that sent shivers cascading down our spines and set our hearts ablaze with fear. Reflections on the abyss. As the first light of dawn pierced the horizon, we emerged from the depths of the cemetery, our minds haunted by the echoes of the night's harrowing encounter. Though we had unraveled the truth behind the mysterious gravesite, we were left with more questions than answers, grappling with the enigma of the unknown and the unfathomable depths of human suffering and despair. For in the tapestry of existence, there exist truths that elude comprehension, tales of ephemeral whispers and spectral echoes that resonate across the annals of time. Our journey had not only been a quest for enlightenment, but a confrontation with the shadows that lurk within the recesses of the human soul, revealing the fragility of the barrier that separates the living from the dead and the abyss that lies beyond the veil of mortality. Conclusion. In the aftermath of our odyssey, I find solace in the realization that the true essence of horror lies not in the tangible terrors of the night, but in the enigmatic depths of the human psyche. As I reflect on our chilling encounter, I am reminded that the veil between the living and the dead is but a fragile barrier, easily breached by those who dare to venture into the unknown and confront the shadows that dwell within the depths of eternity. Though the echoes of that fateful night may fade with time, the whispers of the cemetery will forever linger in the corridors of my mind, a testament to the timeless allure of the inexplicable and the enduring mysteries that lie buried beneath its hallowed grounds, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to seek the truth and confront the shadows that dwell within the depths of eternity.